Unfortunately, in the event of the riots, we are having cancellations by tour operators, travel agencies, and postponement of journeys by visitors to Uganda. Of course, the big question is, are they safe?
Tourism players are counting losses after images of riots and violent protests were beamed across the world on television and the internet in the past weeks during the Walk to Work protests. The protests that began on 11th April and led by the opposition were called to draw state action in the wake to high fuel, food and other commodity prices. At a media briefing, Tourism Uganda tour and airline operators appealed for calm, dialogue and a return to normalcy to save the industry that is the second highest contributor to Uganda's foreign exchange earnings.
Uganda was beginning to be positioned as a destination that is attractable for big meetings and conferences. Our figures show that we have so far lost about 30% of our hotel occupation. We are imploring ourselves, both in government and outside government, really, that at the end of the day, regardless of our disagreements, the destination Uganda belongs to all of us.
Already working under a small budget, and yet its national budgetary allocation could be cut in the next financial year. Tourism Uganda had invested massively to market Destination Uganda, hoping to attract more tourists.
Our perception and conviction was that this year we shall probably could collect well above $1 billion. Unfortunately, unless something is done differently, we are seeing a challenge that we may not be able to hit this target.
Edwin Muzahura, who heads the marketing and publicity portfolio at Tourism Uganda, says the protests will have long-lasting repercussions on the industry that may cost the country billions of dollars to recover.
Branding a country can be an issue of years. It could take you 10, 20 years to brand a destination as Uganda and attract both investors and visitors. Unfortunately, destroying that image can only take minutes.
Tourism Uganda had forecast that during this summer period in Europe, the market would be recaptured after bad publicity arising from events like the 11th July 2010 bombings at Chadondo Rugby Ground and Ethiopian restaurant in Kabalagala that kept away foreign tourists.
For some of those, we did not have any control about them. But I'm sure we have a control about riots. We can disagree not to riot, not to walk to work, or discuss the issues and resolve them amicably. Because at the end of the day, we have over 500,000 Ugandans that are being employed directly from tourism.
With 10 national game parks, 13 wildlife reserves, a huge mass of fresh water, source of largest river in the world, and great species of rare birds not seen anywhere in the world, this is how the players summed up the crisis for Uganda.
We must be able to have a destination that's attractive, regardless of our disagreements in politics.
We need politicians to sit together, work things out, and people just to calm down, because people are watching us.
According to a report released by World Economic Forum last month, Uganda made over $660 million, approximately 1.5 trillion shillings, from the travel and tourism sector in 2010. However, the country still ranks among the lowest performers in tourism in East Africa and even globally.